Hey, you know what, man? We didn't lose. Steelers didn't lose this past week.
Yeah, I didn't really have much of a headache this Sunday. How about you?
Yeah, no, man. It felt good not to lose, man.
Stress relief Sunday. It really felt refreshing.
Maybe that's the answer. Just have nothing but bye weeks.
Finish off 500.
And then you make it to the playoffs. Welcome to Pick Six, where we cover 6 teams in the NFL, that being the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Niners, the Packers, the Rams, and of course, our beloved Steelers, who did not lose this week. Actually, let me go ahead and put that up, just so you guys know what we are doing here. There you go. All right.
May not have won, but we didn't lose. That's all that matters.
That is it, man. That is it. So, what a weekend. I know we don't cover the Eagles, but maybe we should talk about that just for a little bit. But what's up, man?
I think the Jets defense is solid. Okay. Do I think it was good enough to, well, okay, maybe I shouldn't say it in those terms, but I feel like the Eagles might have, overlooked the Jets, given that Zach Wilson's the Jets quarterback, everything like that. Maybe they just didn't, practice right for this game or something like that. Because it does happen. It does happen.
Mm-hmm.
But I will give credit to that Jets defense. They pretty much won the game for them, man, at the end. So good job on the Jets defense, man. They deserve that win.
Just that defense made that Eagles offense look very mediocre. Maybe it's just that the Jets really build up for this. I don't really know. I'm not really sure. Maybe it's that speech that the coach gave. I made a video about it, that the coach gave to the Jets, talking about the eagle and how he doesn't fight a crow. He just goes up until the till the crow cannot breathe anymore and it falls to its death.
But that eagle got crushed by a jet. All right.
Hey, by the way, it was cool to see Aaron Rodgers there on the sidelines celebrating as well, man. But look, Zachariah, man, I'll tell you, man, making his presence noticed. So, are the Eagles still a good team to you, man? Do you think this is like exposed? Like they got exposed, now they go, losing 2-3 games? I mean, how do they finish the season in your mind?
No, I still think they're top 2 in the NFC, or top 3, because you got the 49ers, you got the Eagles, and you got the Lions. Those are the 3 best teams, hands down, in the NFC, at least in my eyes. Losing a game here and there, it happens. It's the NFL, every team should be out there to win. Should be. But, I mean, the Jets defense is good enough, is like really good. Okay. And I think they could even keep themselves relevant, even though they don't have Aaron Rodgers. That's how good their defense is. It's kind of like the Cleveland Brown defense, but we'll get to that a little later. But the Eagles do have another tough game this week with the Dolphins. So, I mean, they could lose another game. Okay, they could go 2 in a row. But I think the Eagles will still be all right.
Wow, lose 2 in a row to a different conference, to AFC teams. Man, the NFC has been really praised. Wow. Well, listen, there's no more undefeated NFL teams in the NFL this season. We'll get to the other one when we get to it. What's up, Eric? What do we got?
First, we just have the Dallas Cowboys. They are on a bye week. The Cowboys are coming off a win against the Chargers. What do you got on the Cowboys right now?
Good win. Good. Yes. Okay. Look, the Cowboys. It's like this. It's a roller coaster ride, man. I get pretty high on the Cowboys, and then I lose faith, and then we just keep on rinsing and repeating that cycle. Good win for them, definitely. But I want to ask you this.
All right.
What's your thoughts on the Chargers? Are they good or are they not? I mean, Herbert, I have some criticism about him, but for the most part, I like to say that he's a pretty good quarterback. But what's your thoughts on the Chargers?
Going into this season, I kind of had higher hopes on the Chargers because I was thinking that, Herbert's a top 10 quarterback. I still believe he's a top 10 quarterback. I still believe that he's a really solid quarterback. Didn't have a good game on Monday night, clearly. But, I mean, I don't know where the Chargers really sit. I don't know if it's the head coach. I don't know what it is. They're just underperforming, I guess you could say, at 2-3. So we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of this season plays out for them.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is I thought the Chargers were a better team than what they were. I never thought they were a great team, but I thought they were a better team than what they were. So does this win really mean that the Cowboys are really all that and a bag of chips? No, probably not, because maybe the Chargers are not where I thought they were, man. Maybe they are a struggling team. I mean, it shows that they're struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
So maybe the Cowboys are, a little bit lower tier than I thought they are, man. And this victory, look, you take a win, right? I mean, you go in there to win. You go in there to win. Right. That's that. But beating the Chargers, do I really put a lot of stock in it? Honestly, no, because I thought the Chargers were a little bit more up here, but looks like the Chargers are more down here. So, I mean, look, man, the Cowboys are there. They're doing their thing. Yeah. I think they'll still make it into the playoffs through a wild card. I still think Eagles get that division.
Yeah, I've seen or heard a lot of sports analysts going crazy on the Cowboys because they're only a game back behind the Eagles.
How about them
Niners, boys? Lions. I'm like, come on, guys. You guys do not believe what you guys are saying right now. That's ridiculous.
They need ratings, man.
Yeah, I get it. It's ridiculous, though. It's ridiculous. I mean, I can't name a top team that the Cowboys have really beaten yet. Maybe I haven't been paying attention too much, but I just haven't seen that. They play any of those three teams. I don't see them winning. Maybe because of the divisional rival with the Eagles, maybe they could squeeze out a win with them. But I still have the same prediction for the whole season. I just feel like they'll make some noise. They'll get a couple of good wins, and then they'll lose in the divisional round. I still have the same opinion, same look on the Cowboys.
Okay, but just to make it clear, they do make it to the playoffs.
They do make the playoffs.
Okay.
Wild card. I don't think they take the division, but they get a wild card.
Same here.
All right. Next, we have the Las Vegas Raiders going into Chicago to play the Bears. Raiders are 3-3 coming off a win against the Patriots. Don't really know what that's saying. And the Bears are 1-5 coming off of a loss to the Vikings. What do you have here?
Wow. Look, Raiders, this is your time to shine, Holmes. You go up against the Patriots one week, then you go up against the Bears the next week. Like, come on, man. These are layups for you, Holmes. All right. So you gotta look. You did your job against Belichick. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy that everybody was praising him. Wow, the greatest ever. He loses Tom Brady, and that is it. But look, when it comes to a struggling team, and the Raiders are one, okay, they are one. They are a struggling team. You look forward to these matchups to see if you could try to get some momentum, try to see if you could get some mojo going, right? Yes, they're bad teams that you're playing against, but heck, man, that's where you want to definitely shine and see what you guys can do. Try some different outlandish plays to see if you can really execute them, right? Congrats on beating the Patriots, whatever that means. All right. You got to take care of business against the Bears. Where's this at?
It's in Chicago. Soldier Field.
Okay. Look, we are in fall. I don't know how much weather's really going to play a factor, but I got Raiders on this one. And if you lose, Raiders, you're really shooting yourselves in the foot, man. You got to use these 2 games right here, win back to back, and get that momentum going. And maybe when you play against a good team, you go in there with some good confidence, not cockiness, but confidence, because you know you are a struggling team. So I got Raiders on this one, man. However, I mean, are the Bears gonna drop another one?
I don't know why. I just thought of Chicago style pizza right now. This sounds good.
Yeah.
I've never had it, but it just sounds good. But anyways, Bears are a tanking team. I don't know why, but they're just not good. They're just not good. Raiders, on the other hand, I don't think they're 3-3 good. You know, I mean, they beat teams like the Patriots. I don't even know the teams that they've played. Most of the teams that they beat aren't even that good. Okay, I just feel like their record is a little padded, but I think they go 4-3. I think they go 4-3. What does that say for their season? I'm not too sure because they still gotta face the Chiefs 2 times. I don't know the rest of their schedule, but I'm sure it doesn't get easier.
Look, man, if they win, that definitely puts them in the winning bracket. And for those Raider fans that want McDaniels gone, that doesn't help your case.
Right.
You know, so for Raider fans, for those Raider fans that really want him gone, are you in a tough spot here where you're rooting against? Are you going to be rooting for the Bears so McDaniels could be gone? Because now they're going to be in the winning column here, winning record. And it's like, okay, well, McDaniels stays.
Yeah, I mean,
that's a tough position to be in, man.
Is.
I can't. I'm telling everybody right now, man. I cannot find myself rooting against my Steelers. No matter how bad I want somebody to leave and everything, just the game itself, that one game, I can't find myself rooting against them, man.
I think the Steelers fans and Raider fans are in kind of like the same level right now.
Yeah.
Raider fans want McDaniels gone. Steelers fans want Canada gone. They're still kind of winning. They're still kind of in the playoff push. So.
And that's the worst spot to be in, man.
Yeah.
Either lose or win. That is it.
Right.
But when you're somewhere right there in the middle, now it's up for debate.
Yeah. So we both go Raiders there. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers going into the Mile High Denver, Colorado to face the Broncos. The Packers are 2-3 coming off of a bye week. And the Broncos are 1-5 coming off of a loss to the Chiefs. A loss that they didn't look too terrible in. Bit of a lackluster game. But what do you see on this one?
Love going to Mile High, huh? I see it pretty much the way I see it with the Raiders, man. This is your time to shine right here. For damn sure the Broncos are not what everybody was thinking they were going to be. They're definitely a struggling team. They are, goodness gracious, dog. I mean, yeah, they put up somewhat of a fight against KC.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a division rival. This is not. There's 2 different conferences here. Look, man, you guys got to shine on this game. You guys got to shine. For those struggling teams, you really need to take advantage of these hardcore, more struggling teams than you. Be a bully, man. Push them around. Beat up on the little guy. So what? You got to build your mojo so you can compete with the big dogs. If they're struggling, that's your time to shine, man. So Packers, you got to go in there. You got to go into Mile High, and you got to make it work. However, they are in Mile High. I mean, it's hard to play up there. Exactly, man. You got to make sure you strap on some oxygen masks. So it is a little tougher to play up there. So that could definitely play a factor. It can be a factor. However, I'm going to go Packers. I'm going to go Packers, man. I think Love has a pretty good game on this one. And Broncos are going to be the Broncos of this year. Broncos of this year, so.
Yeah. I didn't really take many things as a factor. I didn't even really know that the Packers were playing the Broncos until now. But now that you kind of bring all those things in, do I see Sean Payton in his first year back going 1-6? That's rough.
Be bold, man.
That is rough.
Dare to be great. Dare to be great, man. Come on.
Wow.
Don't go with the safe pick. Be bold, man.
You know, you should be going bold since you're behind the picks right now. But
the comeback's coming soon.
But you know what?
I got it all planned out.
You know what? Let me give Mr. Cholo Trucker here a bit of a chance. Okay. I'm gonna go Broncos.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go Broncos.
Damn.
I think I don't know. I'm just going Broncos for some weird reason.
Look at the Sean Payton.
Because of Sean Payton, do I really see 1-6, man? His first year back. I just don't see that happening.
The game has passed him, man. He's an old geezer. The game has passed him. But hey, you went Broncos, so you went bold. Okay, you're going for gold, man. So,
and I'm keeping it that way. Next, we have the San Francisco 49ers going into Minnesota to play the Vikings on Monday Night Football. The Niners are 5-1, coming off a loss against the Cleveland Browns. And the Vikings are, what was their record again? 2-4, coming off of a win against the Bears.
Vikings being the Bears, I'm not really sure what that does. The Vikings are a pretty bad team. It's just the Bears are a worse team.
Yeah,
there's a lot of bad teams this year, man. I'm not really sure what's up, but of course it's a division rival for them. The Niners. Oh, those Niners. You had one mission. That is to beat the Browns. Why does that matter to us? Because they are in the AFC North, and a loss for them is a win for us.
Right.
And you let us down. You let us down. I've been hyping up the Niners for a while. Don't let this happen again. Do not let this happen again. All right. Yeah, they were the other undefeated team that got defeated over the weekend, along with the Eagles, the two best teams in the NFC. It was surprising, man. It was surprising. And then it being the Browns, which we've said before, the Browns are not that bad of a team, right? From what everybody believes that they are, or from their history. They're actually, this year, they're not that bad of a team. Are they good enough to beat an undefeated 49ers team? Or did the 49ers just drop the ball? I don't know. I still think the Niners are still a great team. One of the best teams, if not the best team. I think this awoken a sleeping giant, to tell you guys the truth, man. I think the Niners are going to go on a warpath here. They lost. Maybe they overlooked them. I got no idea what happened. But what I do believe is going to happen is that this is going to be ice cold water on the face of the Niners with a nice slap saying, wake up. Yes, we're damn good, but we're not invisible. We are not unbeatable, and this just proved it. Let's get back to our game. So you could get complacent, man. So I go Niners. The Vikings suck.
All right. Let me say this. It's 100% my fault that the 49ers lost. Let me explain. So on Sunday, I was watching the game with a couple of Niner fans because I just so happened to live with a couple of Niner fans, right? And I believe it was the first quarter, and their kicker was getting ready to, go for his attempt. And I hear the announcer say that it's a rookie kicker. And I'm just like, there it is. I was looking for this team's weakness for the first 5 weeks, and I finally found it. And I said it out loud. I'm like, that's their weakness right there.
The leg.
That's their weakness right there. The leg.
The leg.
I said it out loud. Right after I say that, he missed the field goal. No kidding, guys. He missed the field goal, and I wasn't able to watch the whole game, okay? But then I found out that the Niners were driving the ball again at the end of the game, and the kicker missed with the game on the line. Niner fans, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. But it's my fault. It's my fault, Niner fans. Okay. I take full responsibility of it. If you want to complain, yell at me. I don't care. But man, I didn't think I was gonna jinx it that bad. I thought it was just for that kick, but they're going into this week playing the Vikings. They beat the Vikings. Whether they have Christian McCaffrey or not, I know him and Debo are questionable. Vikings are not a good football team right now. I know they're 2-4. I'm just gonna go.
Okay. Do you think the leg lets them down?
I would say not. I would say not. Okay.
Where's the game at?
It's in Minnesota.
Okay.
It's in Minnesota. So, I mean, the weather's not going to play a factor because they do play in a dome.
Yeah. Because they lost, I don't see them losing 2 in a row. I see them possibly losing again. I think they go to the playoffs with like 3 losses, maybe just 2. But I would say definitely 2, maybe 3. But I don't know. I find it strange because they lost to an AFC team.
Yeah.
Just like the Eagles lost to an AFC team.
Okay. The thing that's weird about it, too, is not only did they lose to them, Jets didn't have Aaron Rodgers, which I guess isn't a new thing.
Mm-hmm.
Browns didn't have Deshaun Watson. They were playing with their 3rd-string quarterback.
Damn. Talk about grabbing salt and just, where's that wound at? Oh, where's that wound in the leg? Just rub it on there.
So, yeah, but I mean, the Browns do have a rough defense. I mean, we've seen it with the past couple of weeks. So maybe that's the reason.
The fact that it happened on the same day tripped me out. The fact that it happened on the same day to 2 AFC teams and 2 AFC teams that are not really that good. I'm not saying they're the worst, but they're not good. They're just somewhat okay at best. So it just tripped me out, man. It really did. But I think they both come back. I think Niners and Eagles come back.
Maybe the AFC's just better.
Ooh, those are fighting words. Damn, we'll see in the Super Bowl.
All right, next we have another AFC versus NFC game. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers going into SoFi to play the Rams. The Steelers are 3-2 coming off of a bye week. Rams are 3-3 coming off of a divisional win against the Cardinals. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this because Pick 6 will be there at this game at SoFi Stadium. Oh, yes. This is somewhat of a, well, I was going to say this is somewhat of an even match, right? But then I started thinking a little bit more about my beloved Steelers, and they just dropped like, gosh, man. It's like, okay, they can look very promising. I'm not saying they can look great, but they can look like, okay, you know what? There's some hope there. The game against the Raiders, they do have those spur of the moments where it's like, man, okay, good. There's some promise there. And then there's other times where it's just like, gosh, dang it, dog. This is like horrible football. It's like terrible. Like just gosh awful. These 3 and outs where you actually lose yards. It's like, I can't even believe it, man. I don't even want to watch it. I'm a Steeler fan. So it's kind of one of those smile now, cry later. Are you going to come as a smile now face, or are you going to come as the cry later face, as the Dr. Jekyll and Ms. Hyde kind of thing? Like, what Steelers are showing up. Because right now, your season is literally that. Is literally, hey, there's an actual pretty good Steelers, and then there's this horrible, horrible, horrible Steelers. So which one shows up?
Yeah.
So, man, and you're coming into our city. You're coming into our home place, man. All right, you're coming across the country, and we're going to be there.
Yeah, I'm right.
And I do not want to be there and just see just horrible through it. I'm scared, man. I don't know. I probably don't even want to go, but go for it, man. I'm scared. Man. I'm scared of going there and it being like 30-6.
All right.
Due to Boswell.
All right. Okay.
Shout outs to Boswell, by the way.
I'm afraid of that too. Okay, but I'm really excited to go to this game, and you just kind of not ruined it, but kind of blew my excitement a little bit away.
I'm being realistic. That's all I'm doing.
I got
you. Being realistic.
But I mean, this is a home game for the Steelers, even though it's out here in the West Coast.
That it is.
And I'm gonna say it. Most of those Steeler fans are from out here, from Southern California.
Yes. And how much you want to bet that the commentators are going to be like, wow, these Pittsburgh fans travel really well. I'm sick and tired of them saying that. Knock it off. Okay? Steeler Nation is worldwide, man. All right. The Wild, Wild West Coast has a strong Steeler fan base, and we're part of it. Okay? There's still their bars, there's still their takeovers and picnics at parks. We've been to all this stuff. There's thousands and thousands of Steeler fans, possibly even millions, across the state of California. But this whole thing, like, wow, look at this. They travel very well. No, Charlie, maybe there is. Maybe there is a couple of people that flew from Pittsburgh to there. But that's like a 1%, and I'm being generous. For the most part, that's going to be straight out Killer County, maybe some Nevada, maybe some Arizona.
Yeah.
But for the most part, by far, Cali, man. You guys just wait and watch. You guys watch that game and listen to them. Like, oh, they travel very well. I'm not saying they don't, but no, for the most part. And I'm going to be wearing my Los Angeles Steelers shirt. So go for it, man. So
I'm going to be wearing my throwback Polamalu shirt.
Yeah, there you go. He doesn't have hair. He has mane like a lion.
Yeah. But they even have a strong fan base out in Arizona.
Yeah.
But the True America's team. But I could see this going either a blowout or the Steelers just some way, somehow win this game. That's just the reality of this season. You don't know what Steeler. It's mainly the offense. They just okay. The defense is good enough to keep you in the game for the most part. For the most part. Because there have been 2 games that they just got completely blown out. Okay, I'm not going to say that the defense is perfect, but the defense is solid enough to keep you in the game. All the offense has to do is move the ball, maybe not even score that much. Okay, but move the ball, control the ball for enough time to give your defense some rest.
Right.
That's really it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. Points on the board. You don't need to score 35, 40 points like the Killer Bees used to. You just need time management. That's all they need.
Yeah, because, with these 3 and outs, you pretty much literally just have like 5 minutes that the defense has to get back out there on the field.
Yeah.
And it's like, dog, what the heck? And then, look, shout out to the defense when they do get these turnovers. You know how deflating it is when the defense, oh man, turnover, and everybody's like cheering, like, yeah, heck yeah. And then offense goes out there for a 3 and out. Like, I can't understand it, man. Like, you just build some great momentum. And then what happens is like, okay, now get our offense out there. And now it's just 3 and out.
Or 3 points, depending on what side of the field you're on.
At the, at the very least that, right? But it's like son of a gun, man. You got a turnover. We're expecting something out of it. You know, Steelers are just, it's hard to predict, man. It really is.
And they're going up against a pretty solid Rams defense. Steelers do get Deontay Johnson back, so maybe that helps out a little bit. I know he hasn't put up the numbers that he used to, at least not last season, but do you think that kind of, you know, just maybe not him putting up numbers, but just him being there? Do you think that does anything for him?
If he's practicing with them, yes, I think it does something. If he's practicing, if he's not fully practicing, and come game day, it's like, okay, yeah, he is playing, but he didn't practice with them all week, or just did like minor practices. I don't know, man. I'm not sure. But there's something I do want to. Or any word on Cameron Hayward? He should be coming out back pretty soon. But listen, the reason why I'm so passionate, right, about this whole Pittsburgh fans travel well is because when you see that with the Cowboy fans, all right, I never hear the commentators say that. They just say like, oh man, they got fans everywhere. But when it comes to Steelers, it's like, oh man, they travel well. But when it comes to Cowboys, it's like, oh, they got fans everywhere. Like, that's why I get upset. That's why. Shout outs to the Steel City, by the way. Been there a few times, man. Love that city. Shout outs to Pittsburgh. But look, at some point, Cameron Hayward's going to need to come back. He's definitely one of the leaders of the defense, but not just the defense. I just think his presence there can put a little fire under the offense as well.
Yeah, he's projected to come back week 10. At least that's what I read right now.
Okay.
I don't know how true that is, but definitely a key part in the defense. Definitely.
Yeah. So who wins this game, man? If you're not a Steeler fan, and you had to put Fetty on it, who wins this game?
My heart's always gonna say Steelers.
Okay.
Maybe I'm not thinking right, but I just feel like I can't really even back it up.
Maybe you're not thinking right. I told you not to smoke that before we started recording this, man.
I look, man, I'm always gonna I'm always gonna be somewhat biased here. Okay.
I'll tell you guys this. If I weren't a Steelers fan, I'd go Rams. I was gonna say all the way, but no, not hands down, but definitely to me, Rams 80%. 80% victory. As a Steelers fan, I'm going Steelers all the way. This is going to be a home game for the Steelers. Well, let me put it to you guys like this, right? The Rams do have a decent fan base in Los Angeles, okay? I've said this before. If it's a competition between who has a better fan base, Rams or Chargers, it's not even close. The Rams. Okay, the Rams by far. But even that being said, their fan base is not, it's not the Packers in Green Bay, Holmes.
It's not as strong as like the Dodgers out here.
Exactly. You're gonna name quite a few more teams here. Heck, the Trojans have a better fan base. And by the way, Trojans, what's up with you, man? What's up with you? My Dodgers are gone. You were undefeated. And you lose to the hated nemesis rival Notre Dame. What the hell, man? Steelers, I need this. And I'm going to be there in person. I need this. Don't do this for you. Don't be selfish. Do it for this guy right here. Okay?
You know what? I'll say this. That crowd is going to be loud, okay? It's practically going to be a home game. Defense thrives off of the crowd. TJ Watt has said it time and time again. We're going to be loud, man. We're going to be loud because, the fans out here, Steelers fans out here don't really get to go to that many games. We're going to be loud. We're going to be proud. And now I kind of have some.
All right, man. Well, hopefully some of that rubs off on me, man, because as of right now, you got to give me something to be loud about. I will get loud. Don't get me wrong. I will. Believe me. I'll go running up and down, man, loud with my terrible towel. But you got to get me there. So, anyway, man, we will see you guys at SoFi Stadium. We will be there. I'll go ahead and go live. We'll go live. Check out the tailgating as well. We'll be there, man, for the whole tailgate, for the whole festivities, and hopefully we come out with a victory. And oh yes, believe you and me, we will be smashing after the game on some LA street dogs.
Yeah,
that's a must. That is a must. Go Steelers.
Go Steelers.